Hey guys, this is Clay with Texas Know-How. I wanted to show you something I do with all my scrap cardboard, alright? This was from an Anderson storm door that we installed recently. But if you'll notice, I got a lot of area here. This is brown, nice cardboard. So this is what we do with our cardboard, is we reuse it around here. And the way we do it is we got some IDPA target blanks here. I mean, this is something that I measured off. I got the dimensions offline, and I found a thick piece of cardboard, and I made a template basically. And then after I lay that out, I used my pencil. You can see I got a Hello Kitty pencil. I use whatever I can find around the house. And then I got the smaller template that goes in the middle of that one. So once you get your main template, then you can draw around and get the center. And what that leaves you is, if you can see this, is the 6x6 head, your 8-inch hole, and your target areas, which are your minus points or your plus points. So A, B, and C, I believe is the way it goes. But we just lay these out, and I usually do lay them out where the corrugation of the cardboard is going vertical on it. That just keeps them kind of stiff up and down. This neck sometimes hits on a bend. That's okay too, but if you can keep that off of a bend, it actually will keep it better when you're out, you know. And you can just be quick about this. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, because you're not like, for me, you know, I'm not out there doing a target shoot, but I do want the right dimensions. So every time I'm practicing, I'm getting ready for a match. So once you get that drawn off, then you can just repeat this here, you know, just keep going. You can actually put that edge right on that edge, and that's just one cut will make both of them. And just keep going and just making, you're just tracing around. Now I'm wearing gloves because this next part is where you definitely want to be careful, because you're going to be using a razor knife. Before I even cut these out, I go ahead and lay that head right back on there, and you notice it comes down about 3/8 of an inch. If you look these dimensions up, you'll see why. There's a 3/8 of an inch border around everything on these targets. That's the way they make them. Now I'm just going to draw right there. Now that'll be a complete target right there, ready to shoot at when I'm done. So I usually grab and use one of my razor knives. This is a super knife. They came out a few years back. It's real easy to change. They use those blades, and I just cut along these edges. I've got another knife that's a Gerber that I like to use sometimes. And sometimes when I'm in this position, I'll just go ahead and do all my cuts that are in one direction, you know, just get them all done. And then I'll come and kind of tilt this another way and get my other cuts. Like there's a 45 right there, and come down here. If you get right on one of these seams, it will cut easier too. So lining things up with seams is kind of nice. See that right there? Get my 45 again. They 45 all these corners. Let's get this one. This is going to be in between two of the targets. The way we laid it out. And I get a 45 here. There we go. There's one of them right there, ready to put on our target stands that we made the other day. Got my knife there. Let me show you this other knife I use quite a bit. It's neat and it's handy and it's little. This is a little money clip one made by Gerber. You guys have probably seen these, people that like knives. But it locks out and it uses the same kind of blade. It's got a little screw there to change out the blades, but it cut through this stuff the same way. You know, just any kind of razor blade does fine for cutting these out. And when you're cutting towards yourself, you want to get out of the way, obviously. If you're cutting by your leg or something, move your knee over in case you come out of that cardboard. And a sharp knife is better than a dull knife, I'll tell you that right now. Because it'll do what you're asking it to do, and you won't push it. If it's dull, you'll push it, and then when it comes out, it'll hit you, or it could hit you. So remember that. If you're you're a young person, you might not ever heard that. If you're an older person, you've probably heard that from some old timer. And now you heard it from two old timers. That's why I call myself old timer sometimes. My kids think so. Anyway, there's your targets. Let me show you. Let me show you what I got sitting over here. See that? That's a stack of them from the last boards we had. This is my other favorite target. And anybody's got paper plates laying around. That makes a good target. Now let me show you something. You don't have to have perfect cardboard for this. Look at that one. It had, you know, on the edge of a box. But when I staple that to my shooting rig, it's not gonna matter. If you hit down here, you're not really scoring anyway. So there you go. A target so you can take to the range, and you can even have different colors. So the back of this one happened to be white. From my toilet install I did not too long ago. And so you could set up scenarios. You could set up scenarios where you have some white and some not white, or just the regular old color of cardboard, and say, hey, I can't hit the white ones, or you can't hit the white ones and you can't hit the brown ones. Either way. Anyway, it's up to you how you want to set up your scenarios. That's my quick video on what I do with spare cardboard. Texas know-how. This is Clay signing out.